ass bitch, a badass bitch that don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch that don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch that don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. They shooting in the parking lot. Everybody get low.
What up?
They shooting in the parking lot. They ain't where you wanna go.
Alright, let's do it. I think we ready.
Stand by soldier. Work the motherfucking ass like I told you. Stand by soldier. Stand by soldier. Work the motherfucking ass like I told you.
Well, how we doing, y'all? What's going on? Welcome to this multi-million dollar stream. I'm your host, Kev Prosper, owner and founder and chief architect of Prosperity ULLC, selling travel consulting, books, merchandise, and media that teach people how to master their mindset, find personal freedom, and live life on their own terms. You are tuned into Love and Money on Prosperity Plus. Thank you for contributing to the Cash App. You see it right? Yeah. Thank you for contributing to the Cash App. $ Prosperity ULLC. Thank you for visiting the website below at prosperunlimited.com. And thank you for liking, subscribing, following, and sharing. Remember, we do this every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And remember to invest in the brand Prosperity ULLC. Build wealth, travel boldly, live royally. Got a good show planned tonight, guys. Let's get into the first topic. The tea. What is the tea, guys? Well, let's find out. So apparently there's this tea app going around. I ain't gonna say going around, but the tea app has ran into some drama. Well, first of all, the tea app is built on drama. The tea app was designed to get girls to do research on guys, right? That was the original plan of what was it called? Hold on. What is the tea app? Okay. The purpose of the tea app is a women-only platform designed to help women vet men they might be interested in dating. See, that was what it always starts out innocent, right? They want to vet men that they're interested in dating. The users can anonymously share experiences and information about the men they've encountered, allowing others to be aware of potential red flags like criminal records, harmful behavior, or already being in a relationship. It's also helpful to avoid situations like catfishing. So, as a woman in a dating scene, it can the waters can be very murky, murky and muddy. You know what I'm saying? And it's very you have to be very keen on your surroundings, so to speak, right? Women throughout history have taught guys how to lie to them. That's just nature. Because if a guy was honest, you'd never have sex with him, and his whole goal is to have sex with you, right? So he has to lie to you in some sort of way, whether it be verbally or whether he has to perpetrate in some sort of way. But and so most of the time, as a woman, you want to look for the most genuine guy, the guy who's most authentic. You know what I mean? Now there has been. So let's see the news on it. There has been some dating app T hacked. Yes, it was hacked. So that was a data breach. So it got shut down. Now this has been. I think this is kind of like. This has been remarkable because it's kind of opening a Pandora's box to maybe a new age in social media per se. You know what I mean? In the beginning, social media was more because initially when Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook, it was meant to be a dating site, right? It was basically a raw version of Tinder. You know what I'm saying? Where, guys on the college campus like a girl or not, right? Simple second grade love letter type shit, right? And then it spun off into an internet yellow book, sort of, where people who couldn't find each other in years got together. You know what I'm saying? You had the whole MySpace era, so on and so forth. I think this will lead into a new era. If not this app, something like this app will lead into a new era, whereas social media will become more of a utility, whereas people can use social media like for vetting purposes, but also as a means of communication, and not just entertainment like TikTok. You know what I mean? It's like with TikTok, it's just all entertainment. But yeah, and so this will become something far greater than what it is currently. You know what I'm saying? This little data breach, this little hiccup. You know what I mean? But it's nothing compared to what it can be. I think it's pretty genius. Anonymous girls vetting out guys. But here's the backfire. So apparently, this became an advertising tool for pookies, right? So now girls who would normally avoid particular guys are now finding out about guys that they should be avoiding, but are now being marketed towards. So basically, in other words, the pookies are getting free promotion. You know what I'm saying? And like, oh, you fucking them? I'm fucking them too. Well, we gonna keep fucking them, right? This is the drawback. You know what I mean? But yeah, so apparently, so there was a data breach, and then here's the kicker. The guys made a version of the app, right? But that got shut down too, but for different reasons. So apparently the guys they weren't using the app to vet women out. They were using the app to expose women to other guys about the type of stuff they be on, right? And in part of that exposing was posting revenge porn of these girls. I know, right? Nasty work. Nasty work. Now I'm down to look though. I'm down to look. I want to see something. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, morally, it's nasty work still. It's still nasty work. We can't have this. We can't have these shenanigans. Oh no, never. So the men's app got shut down for different reasons. So, but like I said, this can very much so open a Pandora's box to a new age in social media. And then you know it's always cool to see what Instagram is doing new, because any new thing that Instagram kind of implements will tell you where social media is going. You know what I'm saying? Social media, Instagram or Meta is pretty much the whale. You know what I mean? So this, and then actually, this will be. I'm trying to learn how to point with this. This is going to be not necessarily a new age in dating media, but a new age in dating apps. Like there will be social media, you know, there will be social media apps, and then there will be dating social media apps. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be a thing. I think that's gonna be the next wave. I called it. Mark my words. There's going to be a dating social media app. You know what I mean? Like this will be the martyr. This will be the martyr for it. Look out. All right. Let's get into the next topic. At hand. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. I want to pull up the next topic. We got to give flowers again today. It sucks, I know, but we giving flowers again, and we're gonna give our flowers to this gentleman right here, Hulk Hogan. Now, before we give him his flowers, let's get into the hoopla and the hopla and the shenanigans and all of the Hulk Hogan. Let me do my little Googles. So let's get into the shenanigans of why the Hulk Hogan hate. Right, what happened? Based on the leaked audio in 2015, a private conversation from a 2007 sex tape resurfaced, revealing Hulk Hogan making explicitly racist remarks, including expressing disgust at the idea of his daughter dating a black man and using a racial slur multiple times. Hogan publicly apologized for his comments, stating the language was unacceptable, blah blah blah. We know. Publicity, right? And then the WWE swiftly reacted to the controversy, terminating Hogan's contract and removing references to him from their website. Ouch. Additionally, racially charged comments from 2008 jailhouse phone calls between Hogan and his son Nick also came to light, further complicating Hogan's public image. In an interview, Hogan reportedly attributed his use of the racial slur to growing up in a rough South Tampa neighborhood. Hogan's actions tarnished his reputation and led to his temporary removal from the WWE Hall of Fame, despite being reinstated in 2018. After his death, Hulk Hogan's legacy is still viewed as complex and controversial due to the racist comments and other controversies. The man is what? He died at 71? He died at 71. You know what I mean? What can you expect? What's the most you can expect from a 71-year-old white man from Tampa, Florida? I mean, come on, son, come on. Listen. We, At what point do you separate the art from the artist? You know what I mean? At what point do you separate the art from the artist? I want to say I care. I want to say that I care. But the fingerprint that the caricature and the stardom and the legend of the Hulk Hogan character that has left on my childhood and so many people others' childhoods from my generation and generations adjacent to mine. Undeniable. I want to say that I care that he's racist. Do I know? You know what? I would care if I knew him personally. I would care if I met him and he was real cool to me and real nice to me, and then to find that out, then I would care. You know what I'm saying? Like I would care. Yeah. But other than that, I'm old enough and mature enough to understand what, you know. And for hold on. Before I preface that, I'm old enough and I've gotten older and wiser enough to know that wrestling is entertainment. Because if you're from my generation, if you're from my era, wrestling was not entertainment. Wrestling was real deal in your mind. You had to be there. You just had to be there. If you're from my era, you know wrestling. When whatever time slot that it came on a Saturday night, on a Monday night, on a whatever night. Oh yeah. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. Oh yeah, brother. You see, cause when the Hulkamaniacs and the Macho Maniacs of the world rip their shirts open, oh, the energy. And then your mom paid that little that little $75 for that pay-per-view, and you waited all day, and you didn't realize, you were too young to realize that the Hulk Hogan match was the main event, so it was gonna come on at the end. So you had to watch a other bunch of matches that you didn't care for. Oh yeah, brother. And then the Hulkamaniacs, they came on the stage, and oh yeah, brother. You just had to be there, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Mean Gene. Yo, do y'all know there's an actual Macho Man, R.I.P. to Macho Man too, R.I.P. to Macho Man. There's an actual Macho Man convention. There's like a dead ass Macho Man convention where Macho Man impersonators dress up and come out and give their best Macho Man impersonations together, and then they bring their kids and dress their kids up like Macho Man. Like, it's legendary. It's legendary, yo. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? This the fingerprint that this man has left on the hearts, that, well, not the man per se, but his character, that his wrestling character has left on the hearts and the minds of people from my generation and my era. You know what I'm saying? Is purely undeniable. And you know what I mean? His personal attitude towards people like me has nothing to do with me as far as I'm concerned. Like, let's just keep it a bean. Let's just keep it where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Next topic. All right, let's get into the next topic. So here we go. Hold on. So the next topic at hand. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. I want to talk about this right here. Yeah, buddy. Hold on, let me get to this right here. There we go. Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? Dr. Umar talking about he broke, y'all. Dr. Umar talking about he broke, y'all. Donations. donations. 777 donations. Supposedly, his accounts got shut down, closed out, locked up for whatever reason. Prayers go out to his daughter. His daughter is really. Let me check. Let me make sure the sound is. I didn't check my voice over the sound. What? Yeah, so his daughter is really out here right now. And I this is an ugly conversation. I don't really want to get into this conversation. All right, let me lower the volume. Let me see. All right. Yeah, but this is kind of a ugly conversation, but I'm gonna preface it. I'm gonna preface the conversation. I remember a long time ago, I was bouncing at a club, talking to a female bartender, and we was just in conversation, joking, shooting the shit, and I was like, if I was a woman, I'd be a millionaire. Just talking out my ass, right? And she looked at me like, you know what I mean? And like, she gave me the weirdest look. Well, no, it wasn't a weird look. She looked at me like, really, nigga, really? You know what I mean? It was a white girl. and then after she gave me the look, she said, "It's not that easy." You know what I mean? And that stuck with me. And that's coming from a bartender. In this day and age, we know how female bartenders, the celebrity that female bartenders are. You know what I mean? And so we know the celebrity that female bartenders are, and so and for her to say that coming from her, I was like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? And so Dr. In reference to Dr. Umar's daughter, I'm like, she's homeless, you know what I'm saying? She's urinating on herself. Her mental health is all over the place, and she can't she can't figure things out. And my heart goes out to her because she could be doing a lot worse. You know what I mean? Can you get where I'm going? Do I gotta spell it out? You know what I'm saying? She could be selling ass. Let's just call a spade a shovel. She could be out here selling ass. You know what I mean? And she probably is. She's probably leaning towards drug addiction. You know what I'm saying? Like, but for her to be urinating on herself and just out in the streets, sleeping outside, like that's not in Philly of all places. You know what I'm saying? That's not safe. And this man is out here on the internet just pandering his behind off. Looking the way he looking. Looking the way he looking. Now I'm gonna get to him, but let me get to his daughter first, because she's more important. She's the future. You know what I'm saying? This man has already made his bed. You know what I'm saying? She's the future. But yeah, it just, and then she's estranged from him. You know what I mean? And God knows what's going on with the mother. You know what I'm saying? But apparently it can't be something good for her to be homeless and out on the streets. You know what I mean? And so yeah, like I said, it could be worse. But let's get to the gentleman at hand. You know what I'm saying? I think the jig is up, yo. The jig is up. They put liens on his accounts. I would assume that that's the thing about the internet. The internet celebrities are very independent, so to speak. Meaning, like when you become, let's say you become a pop star, right? You have a lot of handlers, right? You have somebody who gets your food. You know what I'm saying? You have somebody who takes you to your appointments. You have a driver. You have a publicist. You have a whole staff built around your celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Keeping you up. But when you become internet famous, the most you might have, even if you let's say you're a celebrity or a star athlete or something like that, you'll have a finance a financial analyst, you'll have an accountant, you'll have a lawyer, on retainer, you know what I'm saying? You'll have all this staff working for you, or working for your celebrity, right? When you become an internet celebrity, the most you'll have is probably an agent. If that, right? You probably have an agent or a promoter, you know what I'm saying? Something like that at the most, right? And so you would think that these internet celebrities, the algorithm is constantly shoving them in your face. Lo and behold, it's the internet, right? It ain't always what it seems. I have a pimple on my scalp. I hurt. It ain't always what it seems. And, these people, they didn't come into their popularity for being financially savvy. They came into their popularity for whatever it is that they got into popularity for, So understanding that it's no surprise to see someone be famous on the internet, but still living however they living off camera. You know what I mean? And that can happen to anybody, really. I'm not. This is really not shade. That can happen to anybody. But so with Dr. Umar, people are always he has a lot of haters. It is what it is, right? He has a lot of haters. But so people are always exposing him. There's a middle-aged woman that he was seeing, that he was supposed to be getting toppy from. If you don't know what toppy means, look it up. Right? And he had her taking care of his mother. You know what I'm saying? His mother's living conditions is terrible. You know what I'm saying? They caught camera angles of his home, of his personal home, and his personal home is a mess. Right? And then there's a suspicion that he's under he has a drug addiction, or he's under drug abuse, right? There was a clip of him video camming somebody on live or something, and then he stepped away and went like, you know what that means, right? That booger sugar, you know what I'm saying? That booger sugar. Yeah, and so he's really out here. And then the school. Here we go. This is the school. So a school is meant to be a nonprofit organization. It's not a 501(c)(3) per se. No, I want to say a 501(c)(3) . 501(c)(3) is a typical nonprofit, right? But a 501(c)(3) is listed under schools, right? And so I may stand corrected. Check me if I'm wrong. But a 501(c)(3) a school, when you build a school, you're supposed to be listed as a nonprofit. So you have to be very, very transparent with how you're handling the funds. People exaggerate and say he's been at it for 15 years. Let's get the Googles. How long has Dr. Umar been building his school? Let's see what the interwebs tell us. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, the FDMG Academy, for over a decade. It's been over a decade. 2014, he announced this. Since 2014, I was just about right. It's been right above a decade that he's been building this school. And you know what I'm saying, to what avail? Where's the school? Where's the school? It doesn't take 10 years to build a school. This man is a world-class narcissist. I'm not the first to say. I mean, I said narcissist. No. Con artist. Yes. He's probably that too. He's a world-class con artist, y'all. He's a world-class con artist. And is very, like, the way you played on people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was rooting for him. I ain't donate no money. Cause like I said, I didn't trust him. I think it's more to, like, this, you know, you can lean on the government if you really want to do something, you know what I'm saying? And it's you know, yeah, you can pretty much lean on the government for funding and things like that. His whole intention was to, you know, not, I guess, you know, he wants the school to be community funded, right? But that leaves you open to, I don't know. That leaves you vulnerable, or I ain't gonna say leaves you vulnerable. Let's say you trying to put up this school, but that you being community funded, that leaves you, that gives you leeway and a back door to be crooked. You know what I'm saying? Which is what he's been doing. All these donations, all of this community funding, donations. You know what I'm saying? All this community funding. You know what I'm saying? You just racking up 777. You know what I'm saying? On the people. You know what I mean? And you know, using this plot of land. You know what I mean? And you put in just enough money to have people thinking that it's coming along. You know what I'm saying? So that you can string more money. So that you can Ponzi to yourself. You can Ponzi scheme to yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, you just out here. And so now, when I heard that his bank account was frozen, or he had a lien on his bank account, the first thing I thought was child support. That was the first thing I thought. I was like, oh. Oh, got him. 777. Let's go. But then when I recall, you know, him supposedly building the school, then I was like, oh, okay, this is a little deeper. This may be, you know, this may be the feds. You know what I'm saying? This may, and then, you know, you a public figure. What better a target? You've been siphoning money from the people. You've been siphoning over the course of 10 years. You've been siphoning millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to be a nonprofit. Right? It could possibly be millions. Whatchamacallit? What's the YouTuber? JT the Pocket Watcher. He did like a whole financial breakdown. I don't know what the time period was, but it was upwards of about $400,000 that he was siphoning. You know what I'm saying? That he's been siphoning from the people over the course of the 10 years supposedly. So that's what you've been siphoning just for the school alone. You've been siphoning about $40,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? I just draining the people, sucking the blood out of the people, hyping them up, thinking that it's going to be something when it ain't. And who the fuck is still giving this man money? And you know, the sad part is I'm tweaking, but then I'm not tweaking because there's people out there really like this. Like there's people really out there like with their hard-earned dollars really buying into this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like every time you think something ain't something, it always is. When you lift the lid up, it always is. You know what I'm saying? You think that girl ain't like that? You get to know her, she is. You think that business or that company ain't like that? You get to work in there a little while, it is. All you gotta do is lift the lid up, get a little closer look. Just take a little bit of time, be a little patient, take a little time, and just get a little closer look. You'll start to find out, like, oh, come Come on, bro. Come on. So yeah. So that now his bank accounts are seized. And so this is what I was talking about, the financially savvy part. With him being an internet celebrity, you would think he would have, he would have a system around him to protect his wealth and his fame, right? But apparently not. This man only has he must only have one bank account. You know what I'm saying? And then he's got all his money tied up into it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You've been popular on the internet for over a decade, and then you've been building this school for the past decade, ain't done nothing with it. And you haven't even talked about it. He's done interview after interview. He's getting paid to do these interviews, and he hasn't even brought up or talked about anything referring closely to the school. But then it's supposedly still supposed to be being built. Would you go to this man's school? Would you go to somebody's school looking like this? Okay, I guess maybe if you was one of them Hotep, you know what I'm saying, peace my brother, pro black types, yeah, maybe you would. With your dumb ass. Terrible. So yeah, the jig is up. The walls are closing in on him. I think his bank account being frozen is just the beginning. You know what I mean? And more will come to light. That's the thing about these con artists, narcissists, types. You know what I'm saying? They build a facade, they build a persona, and they put themselves out there. They're always shoving themselves in your face, but their true colors will shove will shove itself in your face too. You know what I'm saying? And he won't be exposed. He'll eventually expose himself. That's how these people work. Next topic. Let's get into it. So, last topic of the evening. I'm gonna get into. Oh yeah. Let's get into this one. Let's get up. Let's get down. Oh yeah, you know what time it is. 777. Let's get it. Let's go. Oh yeah. What happened in the Shannon Sharpe lawsuit? I want to detail. So yeah, I could off the top of my head what I've been seeing. The lawsuit filed in April 2005. A woman filed a $50 million lawsuit. I talked about that already. ESPN hiatus. Sharpe took a temporary leave. The settlement, after months of negotiation, the parties reached a settlement by July 18th. Okay. The terms of the settlement were not disclosed publicly, according to blah blah blah. The unnamed sources suggested Sharpe paid $23 million to resolve the case. Damn. Gots to be more careful. Yo. I mean, granted, yeah, okay, like kudos to Shannon, you know what I'm saying? You got it like that to throw 23 mil like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get to where you at in my lane. You feel me? Like shout outs to Shannon Sharpe. But yikes, 23 mil? Damn. Yeah, and in the accuser's action, after the settlement, the woman who filed a lawsuit announced her retirement from OnlyFans and since deleted the Instagram post. This led to speculation that the settlement involved a substantial payout. 777, baby. Let's get it. You know what time it is. It's a stick up. Give me the bags of that money. Yeah. Oh, you done know what time it is. Let me hold on. Wait. Yeah, let me see this. Yeah. You know what time it is, man. Come on, man. You know what time it is. So this woman This woman, I don't know whether she was genuinely on some, yo, let me get to his pockets, because it's like, she's still young. She still got her whole life ahead of her, and she gonna blow the money. She gonna blow the money. Let's keep that as paid. She's gonna blow it. She's gonna blow it. No more shopping sprees. No more VIPs. No more. No more though. You can't even kick it no more. She's gonna blow the money. She's as young as she is. She's gonna blow it. She's gonna blow it. She's gonna blow it. We already know. We've seen this movie play out. My thing is, was it on some, oh, he hurt my feelings, and so now I want to get something out of it? Because she could have continued to milk the cow. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she, I think she, well, like, the 23 mil is crumbs compared to had she just kept her mouth shut. See, that's what a lot of women don't get. They get greedy, and this is where it bites them in the ass. Because you got all that money to yourself. And she may be retiring OnlyFans, but she's not retired. All right, let's get that evidently clear. It's 777. It's 777, baby. She's retired from OnlyFans, but she's not retired. Okay, she just has enough. Like tigers don't change their stripes, leopards don't change their spots. You know what I'm saying? Like well, I remember a coworker a long time ago when I was living in Baltimore. She told me, well, she didn't tell me. It was a group conversation, just chilling. We were it was a break room conversation, and she said abusers don't change. She said abusers don't change; they just have cooling off periods. Now, substitute the word abuser with blank, right? People don't change; they just have cooling off periods. And that cooling off period might last a day, it might last a week, it might last a month, it might last a year, it might last a few years. But people don't change; they don't change. They don't. She retired from OnlyFans, but she's not retired, yo. She's just on another level with it now. You know what I'm saying? She's just on another level. She's you know, she's upgraded. For 777. Let's get it. Yeah, and then the thing is, it kind of aggravates me. It kind of irritates me, the thought that, you know, you paid this woman just as much money as you made your entire career in the NFL after taxes, probably. You know what I mean? And then you were blessed enough to be in a position where you can afford to pay that much money, but then to pay it to some, I don't want to use the words, to pay it to this thing, you know what I'm saying, who's just piggybacking off of your success, who didn't earn it, who didn't put in half, not even a crumb of the work that you put in. You know what I'm saying? And just because she cried her little white girl tears, you know what I mean? And her causing this, kicking up this dust, kicking up dust, and you know, kicking up this little storm is causing you to lose money with these people and lose money with that people. You know what I mean? Whether it's true or not. Fuck anybody like that, and they deserve to be under the jail. Period. Fucking period. I hate that shit. That shit makes my blood. Oh, I'm not gonna give it. That's the most energy I'm gonna give it up to this point. That's it. Que sera, sera. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. Fuck them. And you know what? Let's transmute that energy. Shannon, That 23 millions, you were blessed enough to afford it, to be able to throw it away like that. And it's gonna come back to you tenfold in so many other ways. Yo, like, they better put your name and face in lights all over the Vegas Strip. Like your bread is gonna be so stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that 23 million is gonna be crumbs compared to what you about to get, Shannon. Like, do your thing. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. I don't know you. I don't care. But just for you to come off of something like this and still your name be intact. You know what I'm saying? And because people are the general population is smart enough to know what it is, right? You know what I'm saying? That 23 mil is crumbs. That 23 mil is gonna be crumbs to you, and it's gonna come back 10, 20-fold. Much blessings to Shannon, y'all. But yeah, we off that though. We off that. So, with that being said, y'all, I want to thank everybody. Thank each and every last one of you for tuning into this multi-million-dollar stream. I'm Kev Prosper, founder and chief architect of Prosperity U LLC, selling travel consulting, books, merchandise, and media that teach people how to master their mindset, find personal freedom, and live life on their own terms. You are tuned into Love and Money on Prosperity Plus. Thank you for contributing to the Cash App at $Prosperity U LLC. Thank you for visiting the website below at prosperunlimited.com. Thank you for liking, subscribing, following, and sharing. And remember, we do this every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And remember to invest in the brand Prosperity U LLC. Build wealth, travel boldly, live royally. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Be sure to shop Amazon with Prosperity U LLC. Link in the description. Be sure to shop Amazon with Prosperity U LLC. Link in the description.
These are all of my books. My very first book, Lead the Fairy Tales Up to Disney, The Reality of Dating. Haunted Truths, a romance murder mystery set in the heart of Brooklyn during the 1980s, during the height of the crack era. Switch, my romantic comedy. My trilogy, Spirit of the Machine, 1, 2, and 3, sci-fi action thriller. My poem anthology, Red Garden. That is System of the Sun. It's my book on organizational skills. Don't wait till I get rich to buy that book. New Shoes, that's my book on self-esteem, on how to love yourself. Ratchetology, yes. I'm the Ratchetologist. Take my advice. Visit prosperunlimited.com and click travel to book your next vacation.
Do that freaky jam on the beat. Busy with that butter shit, that bone feed. Did you double do that song thing. Flicky sticky with some butter, sip that bone thing. If you cheeky cheddar chuck, I get her own cheese. And so chicken with that head, or this bitch that won't be with the official with that whole sleeve. Let these easy cheddar wish that with that long cheese.
I got racks at ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks at ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch. It don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks at ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do.
Be sure to shop Amazon with Prosperity U LLC. Link in the description.
These are all of my books.